Yeah, Blue True back. Hope everybody's doing good. I know it's been a few days, ain't put nothing up. Wanted to come with a further rebuttal concerning that video I put up about Cardi B being ambassador for that LGBTQ National Coming Out Day, which is on October 11th, which is her birthday. So that's why I have this on display. I'm gonna keep this. I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but I'm gonna just keep this up for the duration of this entire, presentation. It ain't gonna take too long. I just wanted to touch on some things. This transgender agenda and transvestigation stuff is going to be the head of the GODBody of the Truu movement. Everything is going to revolve around understanding that people that we hold to high esteem and we look up to in higher places, that they've played by much different rules than we have, obviously. Funny thing about this picture on screen, see, I saw the picture, and then later on that evening, the same evening, I saw the actual video, and both instances were just by coincidence and very random at that. I didn't even know that there was a performance that she performed or anything. I didn't hear anything about it, but this picture is still accessible in the video. You can I'll put the video in the description. So but the video of this, it was like a 19-second clip. It was like a loop where you could see that going on there in the center of the picture, where you could see that in motion for what it really is, and not for what some people said it was, especially the YouTuber who put up the clip of the loop, of this dance going on right here from your Cardi B. And funny enough, I wanted to go and pull up the video so I could play that too in this video, just let it loop a couple of times, but that YouTuber, she took it down, the one that had it up. If anyone recognizes this picture and knows of such YouTuber that had this on a loop playing for 19 seconds in a celebratory fashion, then you know who I'm talking about. So, and somebody that Cardi is currently kind of beefing with right now. Somebody who's not a musician, she's simply a YouTuber, a blogger, dealing with a lot of that underlying all of the truth, so-called truth, the drama that these celebrities are so-called going through. But one thing I see that some of these troopers, especially in the so-called black community, like the black YouTube bloggers and vloggers and those that follow all of the gossip of these celebrities, most of them steer clear of calling these people out on what they are, because only a fool would sit there and look at this image and say there's nothing wrong with it. Benefit of the doubt, let that be ripped stockings and a maxi pad out there. Why in the fuck would you want to be performing on your cycle, for one, just like performing when it was so-called pregnant with that moonbump.com on the stomach, wrapped around the stomach, thrusting up to the air, pretending like you wanted a Dr. Luke, shit like, don't stop, get it, like, That shit is ridiculous. I've never, ever been around a woman expecting and who acted in that manner. I can just imagine how many mamas out there end up breaking their backs trying to imitate that dumb shit. But you have to understand, it's only to make a mockery of the real woman. And that brings me to something else I wanted to bring up real quick. You know, like I listen a lot to Mag Truth, to Chief Micah, who I thank for capturing this picture. Chief Micah the Truth on YouTube.com, and the first I said Mag Truth. Anything that's Mag Truth, he breaks this shit down for what it is. And I don't know, you know, it kind of seems like, you know, certain people get thrown at him to try and throw him off, but he's always like just smashed them like into pieces. Any YouTuber that comes at him, they get smashed to pieces. And I notice that YouTube still supports those people that he has smashed. So to me, that gives his work more credibility. I mentioned Chief Micah. He had a channel simply called Chief Micah, where he had over 100 videos up discussing this agenda going on. It wasn't like there were millions of views. It's not like people who tell the real truth about this going on get millions of views. It gets to a certain number where I feel YouTube feel there's a buzz, and then it gets cut off. You know, that there gives a lot to the credibility of just the work put in of exposing this. And then you have instances like this on your screen where it's just blatant in your face, and people want to still try to find excuses for it. How come when this character so-called had its baby, it waited so long for it to be shown? I'll let you know why. It's because they wanted the child to have a particular birthday just for the storyline, for whatever the Hollywood storyline there is for little culture, just like there is for Blue Ivy or Northwest or any of them, these celebrity babies that are just as big as their so-called celebrity parents. They wanted this child to have that birthday, but I bet any amount of money that she was not born yet at that time. They just wanted to announce it so it would be in the headlines, in the news on that date in question, lined up with something else that'll most likely get figured out in the future. Besides that, the whole thing just for the show, and it still is. And it's just funny that you have YouTubers out there who try to throw this shit off, like your brother Sanchez's in them, like who try to minimize the real woman in respect to learning all of this. That you have characters out there who are men pretending to be women, setting standards for women, telling women what to do, how to feel, how to act, just how to be. And I always thought that it was funny that most like makeup artists, fashion designers were men. And I'm like, okay. But those might be FTMs, female to male. Never know. Especially the big names. Anybody that's a millionaire, you gotta put them under the microscope. Anybody that is thrown in your face, shoved down your throat. We just had them Golden Globes, which I'm gonna break that shit down. You know, I'm gonna have fun with that. Just gonna get a collage of pictures. I'm gonna bust that shit open. Fuck that. You mean the golden pancake? But yo, this is no joke though. This is no joke, and I can't begin to express how much of an effect on me that this stuff has had, learning this, like to wrap my head around it 2, 3, 4 times, you know, trying to give the benefit of the doubt where it should count, you know, going back in my memory banks thinking like, well, you know, and then coming to this present day and time and using simply logic. Have to go beyond emotion with this. And I know a lot of people oppose this research, this science, this study just because they're in their feelings, and that's the wrong way to be. That's something I know I have to learn to do for myself, to get completely out of my feelings. But it would be another thing if I'd have never found out, or finding out when I would refuse to know better, be able to say, okay, I fucked up, you know, and just go from there. It's always a learning process, so that's what this is. And this is only a beginning. So, like I said, this transgender agenda is the head of the GODBody of the truth movement, going forward through this age of Aquarius. So that's what it is, and do your best to try and stop. Just do your best to try to make me unlearn what I've just learned. Like, this is fresh to me. Like, I feel like I'm in kindergarten again. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for whatever I bring at y'all next. So yeah, Bluu, Truu.